Mzansi ngiyanamkela futhi kwenye episode ye-African Farming. Ngiyethemba ukuthi uma usuqeda ukubona le episode uzobe usuwazi ukuthi le nyama le ozoyithenga for i-weekend braai iphumaphi kanjani kubani. Hlala nathi kule episode. Namhlanje ngiyohlangana nenye futhi i-award winning farmer. Waqala ukusebenza efundisa i-geography ne-agriculture. Ungubaba weingane eziwu-7 and ukhonzile kakhulu ukudlala i-golf and ukuyozingela as pastimes. Hayi Mzansi sesithelekile la eMorocco eNorthwest. Ngesikhathi ngena la ngihamba ngemoto ngibonile nami ukuthi le ndawo semi desert yomile. Kusho ukuthini lokho? Kusho ukuthi kunzima ukulima endaweni enje. But for some strange reason Duncan has managed ukuthi alime kule ndawo for 18 years successfully. Ngifuna ukwazi ukuthi uyenze kanjani le yonto, and I'm sure you also want to find out. Asambe sozwa ngaye. Ntate.
Oh.
Likai.
Morning, how are you?
Funny shango current.
No, it's a recent greeting now. That's what the president told us to do.
I know.
And we have to abide by it.
We observe protocol.
That's it.
And
you are most welcome here in the farm, Taylor's Pond.
Yeah.
Where I'm trying to do something different.
Trying.
Yeah, trying.
What's he trying? This man is not trying. This man is doing. Baba, you did not grow here.
Yep.
You grew up in Kagisonyan.
Kagisonyan, yeah.
Tell me about Leo village here.
Kagisonyan is a smaller village. Very small, and my father used to work in Kuruman.
Yeah.
And when he left his employment in Kuruman, he came back there. Mm-hmm. And we grew up in that smaller place, Kagisonyani, as the 6 siblings, my father and my mother. Very nice area, and that's where I learned my farming from.
Okay.
Yeah.
Manje wasuka ukufunda isikole. Waya college.
Yeah. College, yes.
And then you decided to uzofundisa agriculture.
That's it.
And now you are doing agriculture. Was it an immediate thing?
Not really. Not really. Not really. After my studies,
yeah.
Ke rutile for 7 months as a teacher.
Why up?
Then I went to Consumer Council. I stayed there for 4 years.
Yeah.
Then I went to the insurance industry. I was one of the greatest writers in the insurance industry.
Yeah.
So I won a trip to Thailand for 7 days.
Yeah.
Now, my mindset change.
Something yafika lapha yakuleya island kwaklika.
Because Thailand is a smaller island, but people there does wonders. Whilst we have a big pieces of land in which we're not doing anything about it. So I decided, no, I must go back to farming. That's when I decided to go back into farming. But still my father being my greatest inspiration and my greatest motivator. So that's where I loved farming. And that's where I came in here. But I wanted to do it differently.
Mzansi nimzwile nani ukuthi wayekwazi ukuthi kwenziwani mekulinywa. Kodwa he wanted to do it differently, and boy did he do it differently. Ungayindawo ngoba uzosichazela kahle ukuthi wenze njani ukuthi afike la ekhona, commercially successful breeder eBonsmara.
Thank you.
Naso. Mzansi bengishilo ukuthi ubaba usazosichazela kahle ukuthi uwenza kanjani lo msebenzi. Mina uba nguwena bengahamba ngiyothatha ipeni, ngithathe iphepha ngoba uzosinika ama crib notes ukuthi kwenziwa kanjani ukuba ube nezinkomo eziseqophelweni eliphezulu. Kodwa hey kuyashisa la baba.
It's very hot here. Make no mistake. This is Kalahari. Don't forget that.
I mustn't play around.
Yeah, no. It sometimes goes up to 45 degrees Celsius here.
Oh, 45 degrees.
We are used to it.
Baba, ngiyabona inkomo zakho ukuthi zinhlobo eyodwa. One type, ama Bonsmara. yini yakwenza ukuthi udecide ngama-Bonsmara?
Yeah, go Bonsmara for the fertility, for the adaptability, for the milk, for the meat. They are free roaming animals. They are free roaming animals. To take the feeds from Vryburg town, ailing 300 kilometers from here, it will cost you a lot of money.
Yeah.
But apart from that, in the Kalahari, in this area, ya rona re na le what we call sweet felt. We've got mixed felt. So that felt, hapula inile, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
But apart from that, we've got other species tse di tlhoga mo Kalahari, tse di sa tlhogeng in other areas. So that's why we create even after winter, the conditions tsa dikgomo tsa rona di le as they are.
Yeah.
Very superb.
Yeah.
It's because ke naga e re le mo go yone. Ke nngwe ya dinaga tse dintle tota.
Yeah.
Kgomo e nona ntse le mo nageng.
Ngiyayibona baba
Yeah.
ngoba phela kufanele ngabe sekuvela ama-ribs-inyana ukube ezinye inkomo kodwa zigcwele. Yini oyenzayo enye extra ukuthi zihlale zikwi-condition ngoba phela wena ezakhe inkomo azikho la.
Okay.
Zila.
The other thing e ke etsang ke keepa ke fa dikgomo tsa ka di leaks. Almost every week dikgomo tsa ka di santse di create di leaks. Ke selo se se botlhokwa seo.
Yeah.
Health program ya ka, I stick to health program ya ka.
Yeah.
Dikgomo tsa ka ke a di injecta ka nako e rileng ha go tlhoka gore ke injecte ke a injecta and ke keep a condition. But the other most important thing e we lebellang is the genetics.
Yeah.
The good bulls tseo di tsenya mo dikgomong di improve dikgomo tsa gago. That's the most important thing. And it's a semi-desert area, this area.
Yeah, baba.
So being a semi-desert area, chances are in every 7 years, you'll have a drought.
Eh?
So you must use your grass sparingly.
All right.
The other problem in our area, it's the bush encroachment.
Multi bush encroachment.
Ditlhare, ke tse dintsi.
Lezi hlahla lezi egcwele la.
Now that's why o bona mo ke leka go fokotsa ditlhare. Ditlhare se sentsi thata mo rona ke mongana. Mo mongana o tlhogang teng around mongana because o utilize metsi otlhe go tswa mo lefatsheng. Ga gona bojang bo tlhoga mo. But immediately o bolaya mongana owa, then o tlo go bona immediately o starta o swa go bona bojang bo starta bo tlhoga.
Mentorship. Why you decide ukuthi uvule lo mnyango ngoba a lot of people would be like hayibona nami ngibusy. I'm running a multi-million rand company la nginaso isikhathi seni.
You know,
why is it important like?
The more you give, the more you get.
Yeah.
So mentoring in farming, it's one of the most important things.
Absolutely.
People will tell you gore bo rra rona khale ba farmer. I agree with that. But they were using the old techniques.
Isikhathi sishintshile.
Tshwanetse re dirise the new techniques.
Yes.
So let's keep on sharing.
Talking about sharing, ngicela uyo sharisha with me the diversification entsha osuyenzile ama crops.
For sure. I'll go do that for you.
Ayike ubaba ngazi ukuthi ngintshelile yini ukuthi unamafama amaningi. So kule farm ngazi ukuthi it's a different province altogether ngoba sebuye kwabanda futhi. Baba la wenza ama crops. Yimaphi ama crops owenzayo kambi? Groundnuts, wenza umbila, wenza nama sunflower.
I'm not plowing for commercial purposes because this area it's not basically for plowing. But
Yeah.
I'm plowing literally for the animals. Mona, I give it to my bulls and my goats and my sheep and my chickens.
Baba sengishilo ukuthi wena uyile nhlobo yomuntu who's constantly on to the next thing,
Okay.
on to the next thing, on to the next thing. Manje wildlife farming. Iqhamuke kanjani? Uyenzelani? What's the rationale behind that?
Wild farming is one thing, it's there's always a market for everything. Like there's a market for this thing. International hunters, the local hunters, they are always there. Babanke watlang go hunter for biltong, babanke watlang go hunter for trophy. So in a smaller scale, ke something I intendang go dira.
Yeah.
But I'm also trying to do it for one day when one of my daughters or one of my sons about to take her over. Ubona le diversity entinyana.
Ngijabula kakhulu ukuthi ubaba usethintile about ama future plans for ingane zakhe. But before kufike this Duncan esinayo manje, the multi-award winning Duncan, wathola i-blueprint from somewhere. Kusho ukuthini there's an original farmer eyenza this farmer and mina ngifuna ukuyohlangana naye manje ubaba wakhe.
ladies first. You can
Thank
sit
you,
down
sir.
there. Ohorogile mo gae.
Sanibonani khaya. Ninjani? Ay, siyaphila. Yo. Ay na. Izinto ezenziwa wena madoda. Second generation farmer usuka lapho usudayisela ama breeders.
Yeah.
And being recognized like in South Africa. Incredible.
Yeah. No, I think the most important thing here, Kohore, everything from my father. I learned from him and I picked from here and and I'm trying to teach my kids from this particular level.
Yeah. Baba mkhulu, ufundise this gentleman here ukuthi afame from esemncane. What did you teach this man?
Renetwe farming. Go tswa mo go ba utata rona ba ba tonna. Ke sengwe sa rona sa botlhokwa.
Yeah.
Ke itumela tota. Seo se anyile mo gona ha se godisa. Se tswela pele.
Yeah. But ngiyazi ukuthi nawe yonke umndeni usefamini, nawe uphakathi efamini. Ufamani wena baba?
Le nna ke fama ka dikgomo, ka dinku, ka dipudi. Ela ka mokgalaja nthutile gore le nna ke tsweletsela yalo.
Yeah. So family legacy.
So ke go tlogela kwa o ntse go ya go pele.
Yeah. Sisi na uphakathi efamini, uyafama nawe as usisi wa laikhaya. Ufamani wena?
Yes, le nna ke a fama ka dikgomo le dinku le dipudi.
And uzizwa kanjani ukubona umfowenu nanikhule kahle nifundile nonke nikhule eplazini nangumuntu essay award winning farmer all of a sudden nizizwa kanjani ngaye?
I'm very proud of my brother.
Yeah.
Because ke ile ka ithuta go le gontsi mo go ene ene le gone no ke setse ke ithuta thata mo go ene.
Duncan, legacy. Ngiyayibona legacy. I'm seeing it with my own eyes, legacy. And I am getting goosebumps.
Yeah.
Ukubona ubaba owafundisa wena. Ngiyazi ukuthi nawe ubhizi fundisa izingane zakhe. Yiphi wena legacy ofuna ukuyishiya ngoba ubaba usayibonile yakhe?
No, you know, my father used to have a word ya Setswana nana lo gorare ha ke batle gore ha lo gola lo gole lo bolo shishalala. Yeah, ha ke batle gore le shishalale. Shishalala go gore becoming somebody useless. Somebody who does not know where he's going to.
Hayi cha nisebenzile kakhulu baba, ngisibongile ukuthi nisamkele and baba to leave this legacy nje kuthiwa uyibekile induku ebanzi in Zulu, which means ukuthi you have done all that you possibly could for your children. That's fantastic. Hayi cha sibongile bakwethu. Yo guys, ngifuna ukuthatha ifone yami, ngifuna ukufonela uSomizi ngimbuze lama somgagarish words akhe ngoba I am discombobulated. I am flabbergasted ngomsebenzi owenziwa uBudanken la. I cannot wait ukuthi ngihlangane nochwepheshe bami, sithatha ama notebooks and just nje unpack wonke umsebenzi owenziwa uDuncan. Kodwa ke I uthi ngothi fa kancane before ngihlangane nama gents for ichilas. Ngivume bakwethu ukuthi as the mother of the cows I clean up very well, right? Listen, namhlanje besiyovakashela uBudanken and uBudanken uyi-breeder and usebenza with those beautiful iconic South African cattle called the red Bonsmara. Ave mahle. And ukhumbula ukuthi njalo ukakhuluma nathi ngaso sonke isikhathi #African farming on social media. Gentlemen, yo, I am my levels.
A day at a time.
This guy, those Bonsmaras.
Yeah.
And yazi Bhutabela ngifuna ukuqabula ngawe ngoba phela uma uyi-breeder awufani nathi esinama mongrel. uyabona ufuna ilwane that have superior genetics and udayisela abantu who are looking for ama superior genetics. Isilwane sakho mesibaleke kangaka kufanele ne health yaso ihlali right. What are the principles lapho?
Well, Duncan, he's doing a stellar job. His animals are looking fabulous. And if you want to become a stud farmer, that's the example.
That's the example.
One thing that I like, Angie, about you now, the spotlight's on you, is that you did mention that you enjoy spending time and looking at your animals. For me, those are the basics, what we call primary animal health. Things that an ordinary farmer should be able to pick up from his herd. There'll always be, for instance, if an animal is not doing well, there'll always be this one that's, lingering behind. That on its own is a telltale sign.
Yeah.
That, maybe I should take a look at this animal and try to see what is wrong with it. It's true. There are what we call 5-point plan. What is a 5-point plan? I'm talking to you, Sister. I'm talking to you. So, first and foremost, an eye of an animal, of a cow, of a sheep can tell you a lot. The color of the eye of the animal can tell you a lot. If the animal has a worm burden, if the animal is anemic. Temperature. Taking temperature is very important. You should be able to know what is the normal temperature of an animal, because obviously if the temperature is too high, it will hopefully in a higher pillar hand.
Primary animal health.
Yes.
Jean,
actually, I was just going to chip in. Tabelo talked about a lot of things which I believe is key for every farmer to know. And some farmers can only get to know that by being trained, right?
True.
Yeah.
True.
Because if you might think your cattle or your herds are looking very healthy, but they are not. But in true training, having gone through some kind of training, you'll be able to know that, okay, my animal is looking this way, even though to me appears healthy, but there are key things that I can look on that animal and say, no, this animal is not healthy. I need to make sure that I attend to it. Maybe getting a veterinary officer to come and have a look at the animal and provide the right prescription. And so we, as John Deere, what we've also done is we ensure that we're not just selling equipment to our farmers, right? Training has become a very key component within, our offering. The fact is that we at John Deere, we value training. So because of that, we've gone ahead to have a collaborative agreement with Peritum Agriculture Institute to deliver training to our farmers as well as their employees.
Praveen, training. And the magnificent thing about this gentleman is the fact that he was a teacher.
True.
Who became a very successful breeder of high pedigreed animals. Not all of us are going to not have any agricultural training and still become commercially successful. What programs does AFGRI have?
Yeah, we run various CETA accredited programs. We do animal health, we do crop production, mixed farming, but most importantly, business and financial management training. I mean, and yes, Peritum is one of the partners that we use to deploy training. And importantly, don't forget the contribution a guy like Duncan can make to this, to act as a mentor for somebody like you that's an aspiring farmer.
Yes.
You've probably been through the training programs in classroom, you know what should be done on paper, you've written the exams, nailed it, no problem. Guys like Duncan, they're the perfect guys to reach out to in collaboration with us. Reach out to the guys and have the conversation. Mentor me. Tell me how to join hands and become a successful commercial farmer. So for us, it's critically important to deploy the right types of training, put you through a comprehensive training program. We feel comfortable that when you've earned yourself a certificate, you're proud to say that you know what stands behind that.
Yeah.
But never underestimate the role of a proper mentor in agriculture.
Kutwa, enye into uDuncan ayishilo, and especially thina ama emerging farmers esahlangana nayo ngalesikhathi kukhona le drought ekade ikhona, ukuthi yasifica singalungile mfethu, yasifica singekho prepared. Yini into engingayenza mina as an emerging farmer ukuthi ngenze sure ukuthi i-drought meqhamuka ngi-right?
As farmers, we need to spread our risk. we shouldn't do one thing at all times and think we will win our battle in the field. We face different seasons and they come in different ways and they affect our production or our way of doing life. So it's important that when in our farming situations, fanele spread the risk. Akuzothi ngoba kade sitshala umbila sazi ukuthi sithola umbila siphakela inkomo zethu sohlala sitshala umbila wodwa. Even now umbila asikwazi ukutshala uhlobo lodwa lombila kufanele sitshala inhlobo ezahlukene so ezukwazi ukuhlangabezana nesimo esibhekene nazo. Our varieties noma umbila uhlukene they are khona umbila osheshayo khona ohlala isikhathi eside now uneyindlela zokumila. For instance umbila ohlala isikhathi eside expect ukuthi uthola amanzi amaningi ohlala isikhathi esincane ufuna amanzi amancane. So uma uzotshala umbila ohlala isikhathi esincane kanti unamanzi amaningi you've wasted. Kungcono uspread i-risk utshale zonke inhlobo so that if it's dry you are safe kulo munye uma kunemvula eningi you are still safe lokho kunye. Over and above that awukwazi ukuthi uzotshala umbila wodwa zikhona ezinye izinto ekufanele uzitshale so as to mitigate isimo ngahle ubhekane naso ukwazi ukuthi njengokutshala izinto enjengoluseni if komile ngizokwazi ukuthi ngisupplemente ngimixe nombila ngiphakele inkomo ngizokwazi ukutshala izinto ezinjengo oats kanjalo kodwa ungahlali ugcile entweni eyodwa it's gonna shock you ekugcineni uthi kade wenze kahle you made up with the situation ye drought awusakwazi ukuthi uyaphumelela lapho.
Yeah. Guys, khona okunye ningakunika kona ngithatha ama crib notes phela.
Please take crib notes.
Yes.
I think I'm just going to carry on from what the colleagues have said.
Yeah.
Basically, you know, it's going back to education, and as a farmer, if you want to get to that level, don't be shy to ask.
Yes.
Don't be shy to, you know, if you need help, go to this successful farmer, you know, knock on Duncan's door and, you know, ask for help.
You know, I've always had the motto in life is, if the learner hasn't learned, it's only because the teacher hasn't taught. So for us, we take teaching extremely seriously. And again, you know, we can do as much classroom training as we want to. We can issue a beautiful glossy certificate. But if you don't have the conversations with the guys, the industry leaders, the key opinion leaders, you get nowhere.
Mzansi nizwile mofuna ukuya phambili, walk on the footsteps of giants ufane njengabo Duncan kanje. And njengami mother of the cows ngilandela ama footsteps ama giants afana no Duncan. Ukhumbula ukuthi yonke into esixoxa ngayo la kule show nesixoxa ngayo nama farmers ethu ungayithola kwi African Farming magazine. Uzothola yonke information on africanfarming.com. And of course, the conversation constantly going on. And siyakumema ukuthi usijoyine kuleyo conversation. #AfricanFarming on Twitter and on Facebook. I am very encouraged. Very, very, very encouraged. And ngethemba nawe lapha ekhaya u-encouraged ukubona ukuthi abantu abafana nathi abansundu benza izinto ezimangalisayo kule field ye-agriculture. Remember, we farm better together. Ungayikhohlwa leyo. Hayi ke Mzansi, izobonana next time.